Now we've been working out on maxing out ball players, and we have the next one in store. This one is going to be a slugger archetype. It's going to be a primary left fielder, and the name behind it is going to be the Duke. So how do we get the player into Diamond Dynasty? Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to head on over to your ball player, head on over to the loadout. Once at the loadout, you're going to go ahead and press activate on whichever archetype is, or whichever loadout is the one that you want heading into Diamond Dynasty, and make sure that over here it says that the primary position is left field, as you see above me, because that's what we're gonna be using. If you wanted a shortstop, you would have to hover over to a primary archetype that had shortstop, especially for Diamond Dynasty, or else it would tell you that you're inserting that player in their secondary position. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, is there a catcher diamond archetype? No, as of right now, the furthest a catcher goes is to bronze. After bronze, he does not receive any other archetype for Diamond Dynasty. Now, how do you sub him in for the Diamond Dynasty squad? You're gonna go down to where it says ball player. Where it says ball player, you're gonna toggle that filter, and then you're gonna back out, and then boom, you get yourself your created player. You add him, and then you activate the loadout that you want to use him at. As you can see, he is a primary left fielder, and it's not telling me, hey, secondary position. Now, a lot of you are gonna be confused when you see that the base attributes either A are all 30 or B are somewhere between 30 and 50. That's because in Road to the Show, in order to maximize your attributes to the maximum potential they could go, you need to actually play the Road to the Show games and get each and every single attribute as high as they possibly can. I have a video on that. It is in the How to Ball Player section, how to get your ball player to a 99 overall. So make sure if you're interested in that, you tune into that. But how to check out their true overall in Diamond Dynasty, you just go into play versus CPU and just continue with whatever is already selected until the lineup screen. At the lineup screen, you're gonna go down to your created player, and then it's gonna show his true attributes. So this left fielder right now, with the perks we have equipped and the equipment we also have, is 112 contact against both sides. Keep in mind, we have our contact power. We have most of our base attributes at 50. So 112 contact, 121 power, 100 vision, 86 fielding, 99 arm strength, 83 reaction, 96 speed, and 87 stealing. So unlike the other archetypes, here you sacrifice a little bit of fielding in order to have 96 speed. Regardless, I think that this is an amazing archetype, especially if you're looking to build an outfielder that plays left field in general. Now, when we go to creating this archetype, you have to start off with the bronze archetype called Slugger. Now, I don't recommend simming, because when you go to the Road to the Show missions, it's asking you for plate appearances and extra base hits. If you have any experience when it comes to simming, you would know that simming actually does not give you a ton of extra base hits. It does not give you a ton of hits in general. So I would actually play it out on the settings that I will show in a second. Once you get this silver archetype, meaning you maxed it out to 100, if it's not appearing for you inside your packs, I would contact SDS, but go to your inventory first, go to my packs, and once maxed out at 100, it should be somewhere all the way to the right. So make sure you open it up. You don't have to select any of the archetypes, because you will end up receiving all three. Once you receive all three, the silver one that you're going to be using is called Sparking Slugger. Once you equip Sparking Slugger, they're just going to add hits to the Road to the Show missions. So once again, I suggest you go ahead and play it out instead of actually simming. That way it can actually take you maybe 2 hours instead of a whole 6 hours. Once you get it to gold, same thing, rinse and repeat. Go into your inventory, open up the gold archetype pack. It's gonna have 2 gold archetype packs. You don't have to select either of them, and the 2 golds are going to be either the Duke or Crime Dog for you to go ahead and get to diamond. We've already done the Crime Dog. It's the best archetype for third basemen. It's also in the playlist. You just have to press on the channel playlist How to Ball Player, and you'll find it. but since we're focusing on left field, we went ahead and selected the Duke. This time around, they're gonna add stolen bases. Now, I will give you a little tip on how to steal bases effectively in Road to the Show, so you can go ahead and maximize this one out faster than usual, because if you sim, once again, you're not getting stolen bases. Once you achieve 100 on this, you don't have to go into your inventory to actually receive the diamond archetype. All you have to do is click on the loadout, and then it will have the Duke ready for you to go ahead and equip. If you're wondering how do you get more perks available, clearly at bronze and silver you only have 2 perk slots available. Gold, it opens up to 3, and then at diamond it opens up to 4. 4 is the maximum you can have. So for the Duke, we currently have power 6, fielding 5, fielding 6, and then contact 6. For equipment, we have the Oakley sunglasses, we have the gold compression sleeves. Ritual item, we have the legendary call. This is the best ritual item there is in the game. Wrist guard, we have the gold one. Batting gloves, the B130s. Back grip, you get this from the Jackie Robinson Conquest map, which we also have a playlist to. This bat, unfortunately, if you didn't pre-order the Jackie Robinson edition, digital deluxe or physical version of the game, you can't get it. But in the conquest map for Jackie Robinson, you can get this bat, which is just as good. It only has -1/-1 when it comes to contact and power compared to the other bat. The socks, you get them from the Jackie Robinson conquest map. The cleats, Jackie Robinson conquest map. Shin guard doesn't really matter. Leg guards don't really matter. Fielding glove does actually matter. We have the Bregman fielding glove. Elbow guard doesn't really matter. Chest protector doesn't either, and neither does the catcher mask. So once you have this loadout and this equipment equipped, your player will look identical to ours, especially if you have maxed out your Road to the Show attributes. Now, when it comes to which are the attributes, or not attributes, settings that we use, we have a specific settings for Road to the Show. All we did was, when we went to our competitive settings, or whatever you use as default, you're gonna go ahead and press the 3 dots and press save as new preset, create from current. It's gonna go ahead and rename it to something like custom number 4. In custom number 4, you're gonna go back to the 3 dots and rename the current settings to RTTS for Road to the Show, and you're just gonna change the hitting difficulty to beginner. If you're leveling up a pitcher, it's gonna be to beginner as well. And then after that, we don't touch anything else. Presentation, fast play, pitch selection, cameras, none. And then when it comes to mode specific, you don't want any fielding opportunities. And if you need to get stolen bases, you want to actually be the runner whenever you are the lead runner. Other than that, you don't want any base running opportunities. So if you're just looking to hit, if you're doing the bronze slugger and then the silver slugger where stolen bases are not required, just put none. Otherwise, put lead runner. And that's what you're going to be using as your default settings. Now we're going to hop into Road to the Show, and I'm going to show you all what you need to be doing in order to maximize your Road to the Show attributes to 50 the fastest way possible. Now, after every Road to the Show series, there's going to be this screen that appears after you leave the initial screen that tells you the progress that you made, as well as the experience you gained. In this second screen that appears, you're going to go all the way to base attributes. And here you're going to see contact against both sides, power against both sides, clutch, all the hitting attributes that you have to worry about, as well as all the fielding and base running attributes that you also have to worry about. When it comes to the fielding attributes, you do not have to actually worry about doing any of these inside the game, because if you're simming to your next batting appearances, they will automatically increase by themselves. But one thing that I find important is that whenever your team does not play in the calendar month and they have a rest day, you go ahead and train whatever is the weakest attributes when it comes to fielding, as well when it comes to hitting, so it can help you out. Now, when we're talking about batting, it's pretty simple. To go ahead and increase these contact numbers, you need to swing with circle on the PS5, PS4, or I believe it's B on the Xbox, regardless of whichever hand is pitching, if you want to work against whatever hand. So if it's a right-handed pitcher and I'm trying to work on contact, I'm swinging with circle or B. If I'm trying to work on power, I'm swinging with square or X. If I'm trying to work on bunting, clearly I'm bunting Clutch is gonna go up whenever you drive in runs, and then plate vision goes up whenever you swing at pitches inside the strike zone. Plate discipline is a little bit more difficult, so I would suggest just leveling that up in terms of training. Speed goes up whenever you hit a double, and then stealing goes up whenever you steal bases, as well as base running aggressiveness. Now for the tip on stealing bases. So whenever you're doing the stealing base missions, what I would suggest is, if you need a lot of stolen bases, like if you're trying to hit the 50 stolen bases milestone, anything that's an extra base hit, you have one of two options: staying at first base so you can try to steal 2, or getting a double and only a double each and every single time. That way you only have to steal 1 bag, but you still have the opportunity of getting 1 stolen base and working on extra base hits and hits all at the same time. Now the first thing you're gonna press when you get to whichever base is R1 or right trigger, I'm not sure, or right bumper, one of the two for Xbox, and that's gonna give your player a little bit of a lean towards whichever base he's trying to steal. Once you get that lean going on, you're gonna simultaneously, meaning at the same time, hold down your left analog stick, and what that's gonna make your player do is, if the pitcher ever tries to pick you off, he's gonna automatically return to the bag without you even having to worry about it. Now while still holding both of them, once the pitcher raises his legs, you just flick it towards the right hand side, towards whichever base you're trying to steal. So just the right hand side each and every single time. Look at this. R1, oh snap, he caught me. I'm not gonna lie to you all, that was unexpected. I didn't even get a chance to properly explain it. I should have been holding on to it from the get-go, but I don't even know what happened. So we're gonna have to do this again. So attempt number 2, instantly I'm holding down the return all, got the little lean from pressing R1. As soon as his leg goes up, I'm gone. He quick pitched me, so I might not make it to second base safely, but it's not a 100% steal a base guarantee. It's gonna help you steal a lot more bases, but you still are gonna have the chances of getting basically caught stealing whenever the pitcher quick pitches. But if the pitcher doesn't quick pitch and he raises his leg fully, then I promise you it's almost a guaranteed stolen base each and every single time. You do it whenever you're on first and second base as well. If you did end up enjoying today's content, make sure to hit that like button, red subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials at Bhlademyst. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. If you would like to become a member of the channel, feel free to do so by pressing that join button next to that red subscribe button. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one.